Hello guys, my name is Ashish and today I'm gonna discuss a very interesting and very important topic, and that will be how we can send Ether using a smart contract. Okay, and again this is very important topic we need to understand deeply, okay, to work in the smart contract. Okay, so let's understand the topic with an example. So the name will be, let's say, send Ether dot sol, and let's first comment out the license and pragma solidity, then version. Let's make a contract with name bank. Okay, and again the thing is that if we want to perform some transaction or if we want to send some Ether, then we need to use a special modifier, and that will be payable. Okay, for example, if you want to send some Ether to a particular address, okay, or if you want to make a function that will perform the transaction, then you need to use the payable modifier with that address or that modifier. And now I know that you are getting confused, so let's understand the topic with an example. Okay, so I want to make a function. The name will be, let's say, deposit. Okay, and this function gonna simply deposit. With the help of this function, we are gonna deposit some Ether in the bank. Okay, that is simple like that. Okay, now let's make it external. Okay, and as I said that if we want to perform transaction, then we need to use payable keyword, and it's simple, like only we need to use the payable keyword, actually payable, like that, and as simple as that. And the interesting thing is that if we only, okay, if we mention the payable keyword with the deposit function, okay, and if someone call this deposit function to deposit some Ether in the bank, okay, then our smart contract is smart enough to collect and store that collect and store that Ether in the bank contract, in bank address itself. Okay, and I want you, okay, I want you to show the exact same. Okay, so let's make another function, and the name will be no balance, and it will also be external type, and it's going to read the balance of the bank contract. That's why view, and return type will be unsigned integer, because I'm going to return the balance, and return will be simple. I just need to use the address dot balance. Okay, that will simply return all the balance, okay, that is already stored in the bank. But the thing is that how can we access the address of the this contract within this contract itself? Okay, so there is a process. Okay, so we need to proceed like this. So address, and we need to open and close bracket, we need to use this keyword. Okay, so basically this will refer to the address of the bank itself, and we need to explicitly need to specify the address to mention the compiler that we want to access the address of the bank contract itself. Okay, so as I mentioned, that address dot balance, okay, address dot balance gonna give us the total balance that is already stored in this bank contract. Okay, that is very simple. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so the thing is that we don't need to mention anything, okay, in between the function body. Okay, and yeah, it's automatically gonna handle, okay, and to collect and store all the Ether. Okay, and gonna store all the Ether in the bank's address itself. Okay, let's understand with deployment process. Okay, I want to deploy from first account, and this is deployments, this is deployment log. Okay, this is deployment log, and this is the result. Now we are getting two buttons, one is deposit and one is no balance. Okay, right now the balance of the bank is 0, that's why I'm getting 0 balance. Okay, I want to deposit some balance to the bank from the second account. Okay, I want to deposit 2 Ether, and you can select the unit. Let's select the Ether. So let's click on deposit, and you can see successfully deposited. And if we click on here, you will able to see the success log that I deposited this much UI. And now don't be confused about UI, because it's another unit. And the main thing is that 10 to the power 18. Okay, 10 to the power 18 UI means 1 Ether. That is the thing you need to keep in your mind. Now if we click simply on no balance, you'll able to see we have 2 Ether in the bank. Okay, okay, that is the thing I wanted, I wanted you to know, okay, about this payable keyword itself. Now let's take, now let's take another example. But before that, you can ask me a question that should I keep this function, I mean deposit function, empty like that? Yeah, the thing is, I want to mention you that in real life we want to track or want to store some data, right? That's why we want to write some code in between this deposit function also. In my case, let's say I want to track, or I want to track or store all the address, okay, they're gonna deposit some Ether in the bank. Okay, so let's track all the address along with their balance also. Okay, so for that purpose, I'll be taking a data structure, and that will be mapping. Okay, and again, I mentioned everything about mapping in an earlier video. If you don't know, you can refer. Okay, so key type will be of address. Okay, and value will be of unsigned integer. Let's name will be account. Okay, name will be accounts. And the thing is, if you want to now if you want to track all the accounts along with their Ether, then the process is very simple. I just need to specify the variable name, that is accounts, and I need to I need to specify the address. Okay, in with address, I want to I just need to specify the address. So we have a global variable like msg.sender. Okay, msg.sender. Okay, whenever someone send deposit some value using this function, then msg.sender gonna provide us the address of that person, okay, or that account. And we have another global variable like msg.value, okay, and it is gonna do the same, okay, gonna return the value of this, okay, I'm gonna return the value, okay, that will pass in the deposit function, okay. That is the thing, and it's very simple, you can see, okay. Now let's we have a owner of this bank, okay, and in after a particular time, okay, owner wants to transfer all the balance of this bank to its own account, okay. So let's first I want to we just need to store the address of the owner, so that's why, and that will be of address type, okay, address type. And as I mentioned that owner wants to transfer all the balance of the bank to its own address, so to make address payable, we just need to specify the payable keyword, and let's say the name will be owner, okay, that is the name of the address. And let's say I want to initialize this owner variable at the time of deployment, okay, so the person who will deploy this contract will be the owner of the bank, okay. So we have a special method called constructor, so we can use constructor to initialize the this owner owner address at the time of deployment. So let's use constructor. So this is constructor, and let's initialize owner with the address. Owner will be address, and yeah, again we can use the global variable msg.sender, okay, that will help us to get the address of the deployer, okay. So as you can see, I'm getting error because I just need to typecast manually this to the payable type. Right now it's not a payable type, so let's typecast this to payable type. So now it's okay, okay. And the thing I already mentioned that owner wants to transfer all the balance of this bank, okay, this bank to its own address, okay. So that's why let's make another function, and the name will be withdraw, okay. Okay, let's withdraw, and it will also be external type. And to make if you want to perform transaction, as you already know, that we just need to use payable keyword, and that is like that. And yeah, if you want to transfer some ether, okay, to a particular address, then you need to simply use the address dot transfer method, okay. So like that, as I want to as the owner want to transfer all the balance of this bank to its own address, so let's owner address, this is the owner address dot transfer, owner dot transfer, okay. So this transfer method will transfer all the all the balance of this account to the owner address, okay. And we already know how we can get all the balance of this bank. So this is the thing, let's copy it and paste it over here. So now all the balance of the bank, okay, if the owner call this withdraw function, okay, all the balance of the bank will transfer to the owner address, okay. So let's deploy this and understand more deeply, okay. So let's first deploy this, but before that, clear the log. And let's first, this is the owner, it will be the owner address, and from this account we are going to deploy our contract, okay. So that is the thing, and this is success log. Now we'll be getting this kind of buttons, okay. So one is with deposit, another one is withdraw, another one is no balance, okay. So that is the thing, okay. So let's second accounts want to deposit some ether to the bank, and that will be of 2 ether. It's already selected in ether. Let's click on deposit, so you can see the success log that it's successfully deposited. Then let's third account also want to deposit some ether, and it will be of 5 ether, okay. Let's again deposit it, and it's successfully deposited. Now if we click on no balance, our account now containing 7 ether, okay. Okay, now if we click on now withdraw, okay, then all the balance, or you can say all the ether, that is 7 ether, will be credited, okay, to the owner account, okay. But before that, I want you to notice the owner account balance. So this is the owner account, and this is the owner address, and now it's containing like 99 point this much ether, okay. So now let's, if if the owner call this withdraw function, okay, all the balance of this bank will credited to the owner's account, owner's address, okay, or owner address. So let's call the withdraw. If you can see the success of now first of all, if you want to see the balance of the owner account, then you will able to see it's credited with 7. That's why it's right now it's 106 point this much ether it's containing the owner's account. And yeah, now the interesting thing is, if you simply want to know the balance of the bank, click on the no balance, and you'll able to see there is 0 balance, because all the balance is already transferred to the owner address. That's why now bank is containing 0 balance, okay. That is the thing, okay. And one more thing I want to mention you, okay, that is I already mentioned that I'm just tracking all the accounts. So if we simply make this as public, okay, then you already know that the Solidity gonna provide us a default getter function for that, okay. So let's deploy again and understand this, okay. So before that, let's clear the log, and I want to deploy it from my first account again, okay. So deploy, and this is success log, and now I'm getting this. So I'm getting an extra button, that will be accounts, okay. Now if we simply pass the address, okay, of any account, and I click the account, then I'll able to see how much ether that account deposited to the bank, okay. Let's first make an deposit, let's say I want to deposit some ether from second account and I want to deposit 5 ether. Okay, let's deposit first. Click on deposit. It's successfully deposited. Now you can see now the bank is containing 5 ether. And if I want to know the, let's first copy the address of this account. Okay, or this address. And now, okay, now the thing is, if you want to know how much, how much ether this account, or you can say this address deposited to our bank, okay, then just paste the address here and click on that. You'll able to see this account. Okay, this account deposited 5 ether to the bank. Okay, so that is the way we can track all the accounts and their ether also that they deposited in the bank. Okay, so this is very interesting, you can see. Okay, so we can use the payable modifier to perform transaction to send ether, okay, in our smart contract, and that is very interesting, and that we are gonna use a lot in our smart contract. Okay, and that's all for today's video, and I think you enjoyed. If so, please do hit the like button, and bye bye, see you very soon.